West Virginia signs a jersey patch deal with Antero Resources. How much are they getting paid? Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Hard Edge Podcast. We're happy to be back here today. And West Virginia signs a new jersey patch with Antero Resources. We're going to be talking about that and breaking down Ross Hodges' press conference before the season starts for WVU basketball. So that's going to be interesting. So let's get straight into it. West Virginia signs a deal with Antero Resources. This will be their first official jersey patch sponsor for West Virginia Athletics. And they've reached a 5-year deal where West Virginia will get $10 million, not for the whole thing like Monster Energy did, but every year. So $10 million every year for 5 years. It will be on all 18 sports jerseys for all WVU women's and men's sports for the home and away uniforms. And it will be the first sponsorship patch in WVU history. So that's cool. And so $10 million a year, that's pretty good for a jersey patch. This is West Virginia's biggest resources brand or oil brand, whatever you want to call it. So this is their biggest brand in West Virginia for basically a gas company. I wouldn't know if you'd call it a gas company or an oil company. I'm not sure. Might be fact check that, but $10 million a year for 5 years, along with the $1.25 million from Monster Energy, which I don't think that was a very good deal for Monster Energy. It was a good deal for Monster Energy, but not good for the Big 12 because we only get $1.25 million a year to get that ugly Monster logo on our jerseys and field and ads. I just don't think that's a very good deal. I think this deal is much better than the Monster deal, actually. One, because it makes us 10 times more money. And two, the logo is so much better. If y'all haven't seen the logo for Antero on the WVU logo, they actually changed their logo just to go onto the West Virginia uniform. It's a gold logo. You just look, it says Antero Resources. You'd think, that doesn't look that good, Evan. But it actually looks really good on our jersey. It's right above the Big 12 logo. Or Nike logo, I can't remember. But it's gold, and it fits in perfectly with everything. So I think it actually makes our jersey look a lot better. Maybe not too much better, but it's definitely a lot better. It helps us look better from the Monster Energy patch. I'm not sure where the Monster Energy patch is going to go. Hopefully it doesn't go anywhere too crazy. So I think it's really good. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that the logo looks good on our jersey? Do you think it doesn't? What are y'all's thoughts on this? I actually really like this deal. I think we needed a jersey patch. I've actually had a thought for like some of the FCS schools or just a smaller G5 school like maybe like a Georgia Southern. I know that's not a small school, but smaller, or like an App State or Marshall maybe. Those aren't small schools, but small compared to West Virginia. They should kind of take the NASCAR route. And if you don't know what I mean by the NASCAR route, I think they should. If you haven't seen a NASCAR car, it's basically just a regular car, but it has like millions of logos on it. There's like McDonald's, Coke, Apple, Nike, all these logos. There's like 100 logos on a NASCAR. I think some of those smaller teams should take that route and just put like 50 logos on their jerseys. So like I'm wearing a Spain jersey right now. I got this for my birthday from one of my grandpa's friends. So instead of them being like one patch right here, they put one here, 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 here. And it's one everywhere. So I think that would really help some of the smaller teams, and it'd make them a lot of money. And also it'd kind of make them kind of like a trend. Like, not really a trend, but like, if you know what I mean, make them really popular. Kind of Pat McAfee would put them on their show, be like, Marshall fills up more than 50 logos on their jerseys, and it looks like a NASCAR. I just think that'd be really funny. So I think they should do that. It would really help them out with the NIL, because the smaller teams are kind of like feeder teams nowadays. They get the players, they're like, oh, we're so excited for this new running back out of Huntington, West Virginia. We beat out West Virginia. And then the year after, he has a great season. They're like, oh, I can't wait for this next season. And then West Virginia takes him. I think that would help a lot of the smaller teams compete more, and I think it would make the college landscape a lot more fair. But don't know if that's possible. Are you allowed to have more than one? we've had West Virginia has 2, Big 12. So, what are y'all's thoughts on the deal? I already said that, but I'm pretty happy about this deal. I think the logo is good. I think the amount of money we're getting is pretty fair. But compared to Ohio State's number, it doesn't sound very fair. But for West Virginia, not as big as brand as Ohio State. But I think it's a really good deal. And if y'all haven't seen the video that West Virginia released about it, the Antero deal, it's a really nice video. I really enjoyed watching it. It had a lot of good clips in there. It was like Armani Guzman stealing home and then us beating Pitt. And there's all kinds of cool moments there. I think the editors for West Virginia are definitely top 25 in the country. I think our editing team and our camera team is very good. So, what do y'all think about this new jersey patch deal? I really like it. On to our next subject. Ross Hodge press conference. He had this about a week ago, but I went on vacation to the lake and didn't get to go into it. So, we're going to do it here. I was going to do one at the lake, but the Wi-Fi was really bad. So, we're going to do one right now. So, let's get right into this Ross Hodge press conference. We will not be doing anything in depth here. It's just going to be a little bit quick bullet points. So if you're expecting a really quick breakdown, you're here, right place. But if you're expecting a whole depth book, you're not in the right place. So our first bullet point we have here is he says it wasn't too hard to establish the culture for his guys this year. Rich Rod has his culture in hard edge. Ross Hodge has his culture with the defense. Rich Rod said it was pretty hard to get his culture into his guys. So that kind of might be a sneak peek for the season. Maybe this won't be the best Rich Rod team. And Ross Hodge, on the other hand, says it was really, really easy to put the culture into his guys. He said it wasn't hard at all and practice went smoothly. So that's a good thing. It wasn't too hard to coach. So if your players are easily coached, that's a good thing. That means they've already been coached well. So doesn't take too much time to get over the stupid stuff. They're just getting straight to the point. So that's really good. I think that's a really good sign for the West Virginia squad this year. Number 2, he says this team this year is faster, bigger, and longer than last year's team. What does that mean? Maybe some more cool dunks? Maybe? I love watching the dunks in the games. I hope there's a lot more dunks this year. That's one of the things I said before the season starts. I want more dunks. I want more fast break dunks. I want more steals. Breakaway dunks. I love dunks. Do y'all like more 3-point shots or dunks? I like more dunks. Honor Huff last year, I really liked Honor Huff. He's probably my favorite basketball player I've ever watched in my time of being a West Virginia fan. And he's just so explosive. He would hit shots from the logo, and if he missed, you'd be like, why the heck did he not make that? He was a sharpshooter. I really liked Honor Huff. I hope he has a good career somewhere else, maybe in like France or something. But I'm glad that he's saying this, bigger, longer, that's all better. You see the best teams like Michigan, they all are huge teams, usually taller. You don't see any like 5'11 guys like Honor Huff. You see a lot of shorter guys. You might see 1 or 2 shorter guys that are kind of like an Honor Huff type guy, but not their entire team, like their tallest player being like 6'7 or 6'8. You see the guys being like, their tallest players like 6'2, or no, 7'2, my bad. But I'm glad he said that. On to number 3, this is important. Amir Jenkins is recovering from his 2 shoulder surgeries and will hopefully be ready for the season. So he said on July 4th, that was his last surgery he had. So hopefully he'll be back. I don't know how long it takes to recover from a surgery that huge and that important. So shoulder is a huge part of the body, and he had another shoulder surgery a few months prior, so I don't know if he's going to be recovered by that time. Hopefully he is. We didn't really get to see much of him last year. We didn't get to see his full potential, so hopefully we can see his full potential this year and see how good he is to earn that 4-star ranking. So going on to number 4. This is probably the most important thing we have to talk about today. This is some big news. Ross Hodge says the pace will not be slow, will be fast, much faster than last year, because last year we were one of the slowest paced teams in the country. He says the pace won't be coached. That might surprise some of y'all, but it won't be coached. It's just naturally there. He says this team is so fast and quick, it's just naturally there. It's like players like Miles Sadler and Joseph Sannon and Martin Somerville, those are some fast players. Even the big men like Amadou Sini and Mo Silla are all fast players. They're not like Harlem Obioha type players. They're tall but kind of slow and fat. No offense to Harlem Obioha, but he wasn't the most athletic of guys. He made a lot of improvement throughout the season. Harlem Obioha, he lost over like 100 pounds, I think. So that's really good for a Harlem Obioha. But I think Amadou C, Mo Silla, and that other freshman guy, what's his name? Can't remember his name, but he was one of Miles Sadler's teammates. I think they're all much more athletic than Harlem Obioha. But number 5, and this is our last one of the day. If y'all have been wondering why my episodes have been so short lately, one, it's because I've been really busy. I've been on vacation. I had my birthday, and then I was sick, and then we were on vacation again by the time I was recovered. And then I released a poll if y'all wanted longer episodes or shorter episodes, and that 80% of y'all said shorter episodes. So I've been trying to make them a little bit shorter than normal. But tell me if y'all really agree with that, or was that just a few people, or some of y'all just didn't see the poll, because I don't know if what y'all enjoy. I just want to make the best content for y'all. But on to number 5, they will be playing their exhibition game at Maryland on October 17th. An exhibition game is basically a game where I'm not sure what he meant for this. Is an exhibition game in Ross Hodges' eyes like a game like we played? Because last year I thought the exhibition game was like that one Charleston team. It was that one really small team. It was like not an FCS team, but like a really small team. It was like somewhere from West Virginia. But is this going to be our FCS opponent, but Maryland? But I might need to fact check that, because maybe I wonder if it's going to be televised. Somebody fact check me in the comments. Will this Maryland game be televised? Or is this a secret scrimmage? Because I remember last year we played Maryland, but it was a secret scrimmage. We couldn't watch it. But maybe we have a thing like, I'm pretty sure it was Tennessee and Duke or UNC played last year in an expedition game. Instead of playing a smaller team, they played a team of their talent, if not better. So I'd be really excited if they play Maryland and it's televised. So I think that's really cool. Thank y'all for watching. I really enjoyed making this episode. I'll try to get one out tomorrow also, because I haven't made some recently. I still need to make 3 more episodes previewing the games. I just previewed Texas Tech a few days back, and now I have Houston and Utah, I'm pretty sure. I might have one more, but I need to do those before my time's up. And then I'll just go on by talking about what goes on for the football season. I'm so excited for football season, guys. I'm gonna have so much content. It's really hard to make these episodes sometimes at this time of the year, because there's not much news going on. But during the season, it's gonna be so much news. If y'all want post-game shows, I might do that. Do some live shows. Hopefully, I could learn how to do some live shows, because that would be a lot funner than these scripted ones. Not scripted, but pre-recorded. So, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a great day, and let's key them country roads. Peace.